Another day, another Spotlight trip. We are here to buy more fabric and looking at some greenery and some ribbon and a whole bunch of fun. So let's go. Alright, we did really well in Spotlight. We got the fabric that we needed, and I'm really happy because there was only 1 meter left and I needed a meter of the green fabric that I've been using. So happy days. So now I'm going to do something that I call hot dollar hunting, and we shall see if I can get what I need in hot dollar. So I looked at ribbon in Spotlight and it's really expensive because in America I think it's like Michael's or Hobby Lobby, but like it can be a little bit pricier. So if you go to a cheaper store, and I think it's like the equivalent of your dollar, what's it called, Dollar Tree, yeah, you can find better deals and that sort of stuff. So I'm going to go off there, but I call it hunting because sometimes it can literally be like you go to several of these stores looking for what you want because you can't always get enough in one store or whatnot. So we're going to go hunting for ribbon and also some greenery for the hanging baskets that I mentioned. And then when we get home, I need to buy some stuff on eBay. So it's just a joyous time. And I was just speaking to the director to confirm that they still want these props. Sometimes when you get a props list, you know, it changes between like months. Like they might do rehearsals and go, oh, we thought we needed that, we've now cut that or whatnot. So I was just checking he did need some of the stuff. I was kind of hoping he said no, but he still needs them, so that's fine. I've just got to look into options there, but it's still exciting. And like you guys asked to see more behind the scenes of like what it's actually like day to day for me to do this. And this is what it's like. It gets fitted in around things, and it's just like I'm jumping from task to task to task. Like I don't always finish a task. Like the bunting's not finished, I've got to go out and get other supplies, but whilst I'm out getting other supplies, I'm also looking for this or brainstorming this. And so like when I was in Spotlight just now looking at the greenery, like even though I didn't buy anything, I came up with an idea that would make the hanging baskets easier to do and fill, if that makes sense. So like you're constantly thinking of all the different props at any given time, so it's not like a linear process, if that makes sense. But as I said, you guys wanted to see more, and more is what you got. Literally about to drive past this shopping center, and because I was like, oh, they don't have a hot dollar / hot bargain store, I think it closed, but a lot of the big shopping centers have multiples of these, and I completely forgot that I have another one. So I've just arrived, and we're gonna see, hopefully we can strike some gold. It's always potluck, and even though these stores often have a lot of the same stuff, they all have differences in what they stock, how much they stock of things. And again, it's such a lottery. So it's very much like playing Russian roulette with these stores, which I think is super fun, but it's also really taxing for my nerves being so close to the show, because the show is literally in a couple of days. Well, not a couple of days, but like, it's getting close, okay? It's within 2 weeks, and I'm nervous to say the least, and I'm working so very much. So this is very much what I'm doing on the side of working, which makes this even harder. Alright, so I just went to that hot dollar, and sorry, it was called Discount General, so I feel like they're trying to be like Dollar General in America, and I got 24 meters of the ribbon. I'm buying really thick white ribbon, but for example, it was $2 each per roll, and there's 3 meters on each roll in Discount General. And then in Spotlight, it was like $8 per roll, and it was the same length. And I'm like, you know what, I don't need this to be like the top quality silk ribbon, I just need it to work. And so I paid $16 for this, where I would have paid 8 times the amount in Spotlight. So that just goes to show shopping around helps. So I also saw a lot of good greenery in there that I haven't seen before, which is really cool. So I'm thinking that these hanging baskets are going to be a little bit more on the overgrown side because the backdrop alludes to that sort of vibe. So the last time that I did these, it was for Ascot in My Fair Lady, which everything is obviously prim, proper and precise, but like this isn't giving that vibe, and I'll show you what the backdrop looks like. And it just gives that more like overgrown feel. So I think I'm going to go more along that line, which actually makes my job easier. I think it makes my job easier. It's like they're still expensive to buy, like everything has just gone up in price astronomically, but I'm still going to shop around and have a little bit of a look, and we'll see what we can find on eBay and Amazon this afternoon. I need to really look at the greenery for the hanging baskets. So I'm just going to do a screen recording to show you what I'm looking at. So I have this 12 pack of hanging wisteria that I think is fairly reasonably priced. You get 12 of these pieces and they look like this. I think I like the purple because the baskets themselves are going to be white, but we need purple to be in there. I think I said that earlier. And we also have this one, which is like just the white, and you get 40 branches in that one, and again it's really reasonably priced too. So I really think that's probably the way to go. I like these too, but and like these are beautiful for like the overgrown look, but it's expensive and you don't get as much. So like I don't know, like I don't know if I can like separate these out. It looks like it's all one piece. So as amazing as that is, I just don't think it's worth it, if that makes sense. So I don't know if I'll go with that one. This I found, which is similar, but it's like these hanging vines, and one piece is like this. I like the fact that it has a lot of depth to one piece. It's not too badly priced either, that $20 mark. And I mean, I could get longer ones if I really wanted to. That's horrible, so no. But I mean, again, you only get 2 pieces for $19, which, like, to be fair, is good. But like I just need a lot of them, so again I just don't know if that's the right sort of thing. And then these are gorgeous, and you get 4 of these beautiful vines, which I think these are perfect. But again, it is expensive, but I suppose if you got 2 lots of these, it might be worth it, I guess. It's really hard when you're like, you know, trying to figure it out. But then also at the same time, I'm just like, do I just do the overgrown vine look because it's cheaper? I feel like the vines might be more of a way to go because they are so readily available, and like I don't want to start, like, as much as I would love to do the overgrown thing with the ferns, my thought is that I already have a lot of vines, so it's easier to make the effect that I want with the vines. And then if I could just put the wisteria through it and something else to make it a bit more wild. I'm also thinking of putting in like roses and stuff. Yeah, just a lot of vinage, if that makes sense. So I do like the fact that you get 12 of these, of the garlands. I think that is a really good, like $15 for 12. Like I would be getting 2 of them. Personally. And then this again, same deal, like it's 80 something dollars, and you do get like 18 pieces of this, but I I just don't think it's viable. Like, I'm not convinced, put it that way. So I think I'm going to say no to those. This was the vines. I think I'm saying no to this as well. And that one. And that one. Also, I found this as well this morning, which is like different, but I don't hate it. And it takes up a lot of depth too, and I like the fact that it's got the vines there, and it's a nice purple. So this might work for something else that I have in mind, and these are pretty good. So but like you only get one for $15, but I suppose it's pretty good. I like that pink as well, but I feel like I'd need more than that to sort of make it a viable choice. This again, same sort of deal, but it has like a cluster at the top. I've since gone off this, even though I think it's really pretty. I just don't think it's going to work for what we want to do. But it was a really great price, so it's kind of like that's annoying, but sadly I don't think that's the area that we're going. And then this tab I found this beautiful hanging vine, which is more of like this rustic sort of look. Now I love this so much. I just don't know if it's the right sort of vibe. I think the purple is gorgeous. I love that white. But I also need to look at the delivery time. Okay, it can get here in time, which is good. And it's from Melbourne, so that's good. It's at least in Australia. The other ones are not. This one here, again, it's wisteria, but I've already really looked at wisteria, and I feel like when can it get here? It can get here quicker, and it's coming from Sydney. So then again, like, these are the things, like these Amazon ones are coming from overseas, so, and it's not necessarily cheaper in the end. And here this is. Let's just have a little look at this. This is like very similar to what we were just looking at on Amazon. This is 17, but again you get this. It's coming from Australia, so you can get here relatively quickly. Okay, so this is the same thing essentially as what we're looking at over here. It's cheaper and it's in Australia, so I feel like it's a better option. So let's go here. Yeah, okay. And so we can get white and purple. Purple, yeah. But you can only get one of those though, so that does make an issue. But I suppose we don't need as much purple. Let's see how much white we can get. Two available. It's so difficult. And then over here, what was I looking at? This is the same sort of thing. Or was this what I was looking at before? But what I can't figure out is how much you get. Length, 2 meters. So you must get a chain of them. Well, you must get what's in this, which is this chain. I'll think about that one. And then this one was just what I was looking up. I love this. Like, that's so perfect for what I want. But I suppose it just comes like that, so I guess it's just finds that you do yourself. So I don't know, this is really, really difficult. Alright, so in the end I think I got 8 strands of like the 2 meter lengths of wisteria. And my thought is that I can wrap them around the baskets and just kind of have them overflowing each other. And if worse comes to worse, I can chop them up. And then I also got a really good bundle of vines. And the price is really reasonable, so I'm excited for that. And they're coming from Australia, and they can get here before bump in. So I'm happy about that. So yay. Excuse the noise outside. They are doing some renovations on the footpath, so it's a little bit noisy. Anyway, so that's all done. I'm gonna jump into hopefully finishing the bunting, and yeah, might call it a day.